In this video, I'm taking a look at the Walmart exclusive Boba Fett comic cover Star Wars Funko Pop. Let's jump right into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Christopher, and this is the Walmart exclusive Boba Fett comic cover Star Wars Funko Pop. When this was announced back, I don't know, months ago, mid 2022, I knew immediately that I had to get this thing. So I ordered it. It came in like mid to end of January there. So really excited to have this in the collection. I don't intend on picking up any other comic cover Funko Pops. The only reason I picked this one up is because Boba Fett is one of my my favorite Star Wars characters. Between him and Darth Maul, it always keeps... Those are my top two favorite characters. It's kind of like a tie between the two. They kind of flip-flop between number one and number two for me. Just depending on, you know, the content that's out and stuff like that. But those two are my favorite two characters for sure. So when I saw this thing, I had to pick it up. But let's take a quick look at the packaging before we open it up. So the front of the packaging, it's just a clear, like there's not even any plastic on this. There's no plastic bubble on the actual packaging here. So it's all cardboard that's kind of wrapped around the hard plastic, the acrylic plastic of the case for this comic cover Funko Pop. As I mentioned, this is like the first comic cover Funko Pop that I've picked up, and I don't intend to get any other ones. As I mentioned, just because Boba Fett is one of my favorite characters. But look at the packaging on this, like the artwork. It's in that same kind of artwork as the retro collection Funko Pops there, where they release like Obi-Wan, Chewbacca, the Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, what was it, Luke Skywalker, C-3PO, R2-D2, all those guys. So yeah, no, it's done in that same retro look, based off of the comic cover that's in behind Boba Fett there. So this one is a Walmart exclusive. As you can see, there's a Walmart sticker there. This one is number 2 because they had a Luke Skywalker comic cover as well. So this one is number 2. And then on this side it does say Pop comic covers. So it's its own separate like line, I guess, of Funko Pops is what you would call this thing. But yeah, no, this thing, I just love the artwork on the box, but I'm not gonna keep the box. It's gonna like obstruct the view of the actual Funko Pop and the actual comic cover behind the Funko Pop. So we'll pull it out. Moving on to the left side of the box there, you got a nice full image of Boba Fett, the Funko Pop there. Again, number 2 in the series of comic covers, Star Wars comic covers, and then it has his name there, and then some really nice retro artwork of like the TIE fighter flying through the asteroid field there, so that looks very cool. Again, Pop comic covers on the back. Again, you got the series number there, number 2, Pop comic covers, another partial image of Boba Fett, and then the comic cover that this Boba Fett is based off of. So they didn't put it in the exact same pose as what's on the comic cover, but they did stylize, like they did do the paint application in that same comic style there. So really, really happy that they did a Boba Fett one. When I saw the Luke Skywalker one, didn't really interest me, but this one just looks fantastic, and I think this one might be the best Boba Fett Funko Pop in my opinion. And then moving on to the other side, just an empty square there so you can see in if you were to keep it in the box. I mean, I don't know why you would. It says Boba Fett down the side in yellow there. Again, the Pop comic covers logo there, number 2. And that's about it. At the top, it's just, again, a cutout so you can see through there. And then at the bottom, that's nothing really there. But let's take the packaging off of this thing and take the plastic off, and we will take a closer look at it. Alright, so there is Boba Fett, the comic book cover, out of the packaging, and I gotta say, this thing looks fantastic. So, I'm not gonna open this one up, just because it displays so well like this, with the comic book cover in the back there with Boba Fett in front of it, and then a nice hard acrylic case around the whole thing. It does have a base there, so like the black base. It still does say Star Wars on it, which is nice, where they're keeping it consistent with the Star Wars brand there. He is attached to the back there with a screw, so you could take him off in theory. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep him like this. At the top of the acrylic, you can see it does say it does have the Pop branding, the Funko branding there. And then that's pretty much it for this comic book cover. Boba Fett is also screwed in at the bottom as well. So I mean, if you wanted to, you could take him off. If you wanted to, you could take the acrylic, the clear acrylic off, and just display the base, I suppose, if you wanted to. Again, I'm not gonna display it like that. I'm gonna keep it displayed with the comic book cover intact, the acrylic intact there. I just think it looks very, very cool. It's a very nice display piece. It's probably going to sit on top of my Funko Pop display case there. But very, very cool Funko Pop. Like, look at the little details on the Boba Fett. Like, I love how he's painted in that retro paint there. The dark kind of military green with the black. The kind of orangey red, just pulled straight out of the comic there. Even like his gloves and his blaster, like they're kind of like a light blue, and then his boots have some purple in it, and then that military green continues down into his armor, his pants, his outfit, his jumpsuit, his pants and stuff, and then he's got a bit of brown for his like knee pads and his shoulder pads, his belt, his jetpack is also a light blue color there. It is very, very cool how they did this. I love how they literally pulled it right off of the comic book cover. The pose isn't exactly the same as what it is on the cover, but it does look very, very cool. I think this is the same sculpt as some of the previous Boba Fetts we've gotten. It might even be the same sculpt as the Bounty Hunter Boba Fett, which, you know, I'll pull over and just to compare the two, because I believe it's the same sculpt there. So I will pull that over and we will compare the two. All right, so there's the comic book cover Boba Fett, and then there's the Bounty Hunter Boba Fett. Similar stance. I thought they were the same stance, but it's not. It's very similar. This one, the comic book cover one, is actually holding the end of the blaster in his hand, where the Bounty Hunter collection is just resting it on the back of his hand there. But very cool comparison here. I don't know. It might be my favorite Boba Fett Funko Pop now, this one here, the comic book cover one, just because I love how they did this in the acrylic case with the comic book cover behind it, and that retro look to it. It is very similar to the Funko Soda that they did for the 2022 convention. Exact same paint job, same pose pretty much. It would be kind of cool if I suppose you could open the acrylic case up and put the two of them in together. I won't be doing that because I have all my Funko sodas displayed together, but it is a very cool look. I love the style of this one, the retro look for Boba Fett. And I hope they do. I hope they would do like a Darth Maul comic cover. I know it wouldn't be like the retro look to it, but they could still do like a Darth Maul comic cover and have a Darth Maul Funko Pop in there as well. But very, very cool Funko Pop. Really happy to add this to the collection. But what do you think of the Walmart exclusive Boba Fett comic book cover Star Wars Funko Pop? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and then click to watch one of my other reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.